The Sigma male stands out from the crowd in many ways. It is rare to find a Sigma who is not a perfectionist, and it is even more rare to find one without an opinion on how others should live their lives. They dislike wasting time, and so they work hard. They don't like making mistakes, and so they plan meticulously, and they are always looking for new ideas that will help them achieve their goals. The end result: most people don't want anything to do with them. Sigma men are so driven to improve their knowledge and competence that they will work long hours at their projects, until they have achieved their goals. How can one person stand out so much in a crowd of so many people? Many, actually. For one thing, Sigma males are incredibly independent-minded. They hate following orders or instructions without understanding the reason behind them. For another thing, they are among the most, and possibly the most intelligent of all types. They sometimes enjoy showing their intelligence and often come off as arrogant, which turns many people off. But there is more to them than just that. While they don't like making mistakes, they are not afraid of taking risks. They don't feel the need to prove themselves, so they will go about trying new things without worrying about what other people think. Their motivation for doing all this is also rather unique. While most types want other people's approval and love, Sigma men seek knowledge and competence. They follow their own set of rules, and don't care much for how other people expect them to behave. As a result, many of them come off as arrogant. They know that others lack their intelligence and ability, and it does bother them. Finally, one more thing that sets them apart from the crowd is that they could easily be in leadership positions, but they let others do it. They can envision abstract concepts and thus end up as de facto leaders in many areas of their lives. That is one good reason why they tend to be such workaholics. They want to correct all mistakes before other people can see them, and because other types lack their intelligence and ability, it must be due to laziness or ignorance. That drives them to accomplish more than anyone else. Something that is sure to attract both respect and animosity from others around them. What's interesting about this is how Sigma men compare themselves with other types. Most people think that Sigma males are arrogant because they seem so self-centered. They don't form personal relationships very quickly. They don't usually express their feelings easily, and they often need time before they get used to someone new in their lives. It takes them a while to build trust and get comfortable enough around others that they can let go of their self-consciousness and behave naturally, instead of always acting proper. However, once they do feel comfortable around someone else, they tend to be warm and open with them. They are loyal friends who will keep their word and help others whenever possible. Their primary interest is seeing the big picture of life. This allows them to stay up to date with what happens in the world around them. Sigma men may then use this system to explore future possibilities and imagine all the different paths that could be taken. This is one of their favorite things to do, comparing how certain decisions lead to specific outcomes and thinking about, or discussing what would happen if those decisions were different. They can learn theories quickly and apply them in creative ways. Their craving for truth often compels them to seek out experts with the most knowledge of the subject at hand. They love to learn from others, and frequently engage in deep conversations. Sigma males tend to be more excited by these kinds of abstract subjects than they are interested in day-to-day chit-chat. In summary, if you want something done right, get a Sigma man to do it. Sigma males also have a strong desire for personal growth. They constantly scanning through all their experiences and memories, looking for ways that they can improve themselves. Whether it's learning how to play an instrument, how to paint a certain type of art, or something else entirely, they are constantly wanting to improve themselves. They tend to be very hard on themselves, and don't give themselves credit for what they have done well or mastered already. This can make them seem overly critical towards others, but it's usually only because the Sigma man wants the people around him to succeed in life. In order for this goal to happen, the Sigma must help them accomplish their specific purpose in life, by pointing out mistakes that need correcting and paths that should be avoided. In doing so, the Sigma men get closer and closer to understanding their own personality, and improving upon it too. It's a win-win situation. People learn from the Sigmas, and the Sigmas improve their own understanding of themselves. This has some interesting implications for the Sigma's love life, since they are constantly looking to understand what is going on within themselves. Namely, because they have a strong desire to grow as a person, they will be highly motivated to learn from everyone they encounter. The more insights they gather about how people work and why they behave in certain ways, the better. Even though this drive to understand keeps them moving forward, it can also cause them to doubt their current relationship if their partner doesn't give them as many opportunities as possible for growth. The Sigma man wants someone who is willing to explore together with them all the different possibilities that exist between two people, physically, emotionally, intellectually, etc. They want someone who can not only keep up with their ever-changing interests, but also show them new things they have never seen before. Sigma men are typically drawn to other intuitive types who have a wide range of activities and interests, which allow for plenty of room for exploration. In summary, if you want to get a head start in life, get a Sigma man to help you out. Sigma men are very passionate people, which is why it's difficult for them not to take everything personally. They have strong views on most topics and know exactly what they like and dislike, which definitely comes through in their interactions with other people. Their passion for learning and understanding will make them more than happy to engage in deep conversations about almost anything. They are certainly willing to show others what they know, especially if the topic touches on one of their interests. However, this can also lead them to become very annoyed if others aren't as eager, or don't show the same amount of enthusiasm that they do. Because they process information so quickly, it's easy for them to become impatient with those who don't share their level of enthusiasm about some topics. If you want to avoid offending a Sigma, try asking lots of questions and getting involved in whatever they seem interested in talking about. Similarly, avoiding negative comments or backhanded compliments will ensure that the Sigma man doesn't get annoyed with you. They take everything they say very seriously, especially when it comes to their interests. In conclusion, don't brush off the Sigma men opinions, and be mindful of their feelings and how you present your own. Sigma males have very active minds that are constantly processing information and working through ideas. Because of this, physical activity can be extremely helpful for them to deal with their emotions. It helps the Sigma release pent-up energy and purges unhelpful thoughts from their minds. Many Sigma men are able to work out their ideas through exercise, which means that they may use it as a way of communicating or working on particular projects. Whatever the reason, the bottom line is that if you want to engage in Sigma in a conversation, physical activity is definitely not off limits. They won't mind talking about it either, because chances are they'll be able to come up with some pretty interesting insight. They are very private people who don't usually show much emotion. They base what they are feeling on their sense of purpose and responsibility, which is extremely important to them. If the Sigma thinks that something is not worth their time or it's beyond their control, they will simply withdraw from the situation, because it wastes their time and effort. Many Sigma men love to read books because it allows them to experience new thoughts, without having to explain themselves. Their poker faces mean that others often have trouble understanding what a Sigma might be thinking or feeling at any given moment, so this can give them a sense of relief. It also means that when a Sigma does open up about their feelings, you know that whatever they are saying is something they really care about.